Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gershwin, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about Fenris, as we get into the people of Fenris. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K content every single day, and if you have any suggestions or requests, comment down below. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the people of Fenris. It is said Fenris breeds cold souls. As a death world, Fenris is considered by most within the Imperium as a veritable hell. Virtually every living thing on the planet is a predator, or capable of fighting predators in its own right, and so nothing weak survives on Fenris for long. The few invaders to have set foot on Fenris have learned the hard way that there are more ways to die on Fenris than can easily be counted. As such, the people of Fenris live short, brutal lives, where survival is a constant struggle. The majority of Fenris's population lives a largely nomadic existence on many hundreds of islands dotting the world sea. During the season of fire, most islands sink beneath the waves, even as new ones rise up, forcing the tribes to remain almost constantly on the move, taking to the waves each great year to find a new place to live. Inevitably, the tribes engage in warfare over the ever-limited number of habitable islands and much coveted resources. A small portion of the native population lives on the lowlands of Azahheim's continent, the only permanent landmass on the planet. Most island tribesmen view the lowlanders as soft, but this is far from the truth. The many predators native to Azahheim ensures that life in the lowlands is in many ways just as dangerous. Though their numbers are fewer, the lowlanders are still chosen by the Space Wolf's wolf priests from time to time to become aspirants to the chapter. A very small portion of the populace lives on the Isles of the Ironmasters, beneath the Fire Mountain. Alone amongst the natives of Fenris, the Ironmasters possess crude technology, metal steamships, stone buildings, and furnaces of molten metal. As a part of an ancient pact with Leman-Russ, the Ironmasters remain secluded amongst themselves, trading only occasionally with those Icelanders brave enough to make the journey to their island. Food, furs, and other materials are traded to the Ironmasters in exchange for crude iron tools and weapons much valued by the islanders. Virtually the only stable landmass in the great oceans of Fenris, the Isles of the Ironmasters house a small Vox-based communication post to contact the Space Wolves. Of the resources available on Fenris, the most valuable is the land itself. No one knows how much the land will change with the new turning of the Great Year. Sometimes old islands survive the changing seasons, and good fortune may preserve a tribe's territory intact for many great years. But it is more likely that the land will be broken and destroyed, submerged beneath the oceans by the vast upheavals of Fenris's crusts. When this happens, there will be vicious wars between tribes, and only those who succeed in finding new land and establishing themselves will survive. Once the time of fire and water has passed, the Fenrisians must settle the newly formed land quickly, for soon their supplies will run out. If they can find no new land, they must resume their wars for the territories of other tribes. So it is that the life of a Fenrisian is one of constant seaborne migration and warfare. The people of Fenris speak their own distinct dialect of Low Gothic, called Junk, which is very similar to the ancient Scandinavian languages of Terra, and represents the culture of the world's original colonists. Making their living on a chain of glaciers stretching across Fenrisian's oceans, the Glacier nomads live a humble existence, ever fraught with danger. Because of this, the Glacier tribesmen are known to possess superior senses of any of the other tribes of Fenris. Even once recruited into the Space Wolves, battle brothers drawn from the Glacier nomads possess a far sharper sense than even the heightened hearing and smelling of their comrades. Because of these skills, most warriors drawn from the Glacier tribes invariably become members of the Wolf Scout Pack, the better to utilize their heightened skills to the benefit of the chapter. One of the more well-known glaciers is the Guttrixland Glacier, a stretch of ice from which Brother Starcat was recruited to the chapter. Perhaps the most numerous of the many tribes of Fenris are the Seafaring Islanders. The great oceans of Fenris cover most of the planet's surface and are dotted with thousands of volcanic islands which rise and fall with the changing of the seasons. Most of these islands do not last more than a few seasons before they are reclaimed by the churning seas, and even when they do, the islands suffer frequent and violent earthquakes and floods. As a result, the Fenrisian islanders rarely build structures of any permanence. Most of their dwellings are crude bone huts covered in crude animal hide. Dragon ships are crafted from the ribs and bones of Fenrisian sea beasts, or occasionally from the spare woodlands that occasionally grow on the longer-lasting islands. Cured hide is stretched across the skeleton structure of these ships to form a watertight outer skin. Though humble, the islanders' dragon ships are light, fast, and easy to build, allowing even the humblest of tribes to field them in their dozens. Though extremely dangerous, the island tribes make a living from hunting the great beast of Fenrisian seas, creatures that often greatly outweigh and outsize the largest of the dragon ships. Yet to slay even one such beast is a rich bounty, providing skin, scales, fat, meat, and bones that can last a tribe for solar months. The hide is cured and turned into clothing, ship hulls, and shelters, while the meat is salted and prepared. Such hunts are necessary practices, for with the turn of every season comes the chance that a tribe's home island will be torn asunder and sink beneath the wave, sending the entire tribe out onto the sea in a mass exodus. The tribe must find a new home if they are to survive, for no matter how skilled the sailors, no tribe can survive on the sea alone for any length of time. Yet any new land is likely to be already inhabited, or at the very least will be claimed by multiple tribes who will have to fight for dominance and ownership. It is during these clashes between tribes that the wolf priest will watch most attentively, ever ready to swoop in and claim the most skilled or promising of the combatants, whether standing or fallen. Among the better known of the present era island tribes are the Thunderfist, Grimskulls, Ironbloods, Tidehounds, Sea Devils, and Icefang tribes, while one of the better known tribes during the Horus Heresy era was the Ascomanni. Whether the Ascomanni tribes still exist in one form or another is unknown. A small number of Fenrisian tribes make their homes in the lower slopes of Azahheim mountain range and across lowland regions bordering the Sea of Fenris. The many hostile beasts that make the Azahheim range their home make their tribes and their settlements few in number by necessity and attrition. It is all too common for a band of ice trolls or a rampaging herd of Zanyeti to wipe a tribe from existence. The culture of Fenris is considered crude, brutal, and barbaric by many within the Imperium. Yet for all its savagery, the people of Fenris are loyal and fierce, the perfect recruits for Space Marine chapters. Their culture has influenced every aspect of the Space Wolves organization and belief since the founding of the Space Wolves Legion during the Great Crusade. The basic social structure of Fenris is the tribe, which is led by a Jarl. The warriors of each tribe are known as Wolf Brothers or Shield Brothers. The history of each tribe is recorded in oral song and poems. Every male of the tribe is taught to fight, to hunt for food and supplies, and to defend the tribe against its enemies. The women are no less fierce and hardy, as Fenris suffers no weakness. In the spring, various tribes meet at gatherings known as moots to trade and exchange stories and news. Technology is crude. Iron weapons and tools are rare and highly valuable. The island tribes rely on their vessels of bone and hide, and every settlement, no matter how small, will feature a longhouse or hall where the Jarl holds court. To the natives of Fenris, the Emperor is known as the Allfather, the Father of Rus, the protector of mankind. Runic totems and talismans ward away the evil spirits of Gore, Slaanesh, and Horus. The peaks of Azahheim are known as the Walls of the Gods, and the Space Wolves are myth and legend, known as the Sky Warriors, who appear amongst the tribes to take the honored slain. And those were 40 facts on the people of Fenris. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you did, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever social media you guys use. Out of curiosity, how many of you guys actually create fluff for the either the recruitment world or the home world of your Space Marine chapter? It's really interesting to know how many of you guys actually do that, and at the same time, if you don't, you really should take Fenris as a template. I think all Space Marine chapters should come from feral worlds or hostile worlds. Even though, yes, they could come from cardinal worlds, they could come from hive cities. I think a feral world is simple, yet it gives you enough room to build on fluff. It's always fun to do that. So I would recommend take Fenrisian people and the world of Fenris as a template. But again, guys, thanks so much for tuning in here every single day to listen to me read you the lore. If you want to read more on Fenris, click on the link down in the description below. That's going to take you to the wiki page where there's more information there that we did not cover here. If you guys have any suggestions for other topics that you guys would like to see, please comment down below. And if you want to support us a little bit more, jump on over to Patreon. A simple $1 a month helps us create more videos for you guys. If you can't, we understand. Just simply tell YouTube you want to see more of our content. And you could do that by liking, commenting, and sharing. It really helps out the channel. And the subscriber appreciation giveaways are coming soon. We went to go pick up some more of the giveaways. We have 2 more giveaways to pick up at this new GW store that they opened up by our house, and it turned out, we couldn't find it. So we had a little hiccup there, but don't worry, we should get it in the next couple days, or in the next couple days you should see a giveaway, 3 more giveaways, because there's another giveaway by the awesome people at ZombieCon the movie, so that's coming very soon. I just want to make sure that it's a Necron video when we show you guys that, because it will be a Necron prize. But anyways, oh, and just a quick question, if you've stayed this long for the video, you're probably a very loyal viewer, so just out of curiosity, what type of prizes would you guys like to win? Like, what are you guys most interested in? Are you guys interested in the starter sets, or are you guys interested in getting the new stuff? So in this case, it would be like the Primaris stuff. I think they're still putting out Primaris stuff. But yeah, comment down below. So with that said, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. This was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.